play record at the same time. Remember that?
No, if you hit...
Yeah, for a tape to get it on.
If you get the lamp on that side, then the plant should go next to me.
Well, isn't this something different, everyone?
And if you're listening, you'll have absolutely no idea what we're talking about. However, you'll have the opportunity to view it on a free website called YouTube as well.
We're on video, guys. We're in 3D. You know what this reminds me of? You ever see that movie Pleasantville?
No, but is that what Zach Braff was in?
No, it's Toby
Maguire. I have
Kristen
a story
Dunst.
about him.
Is it Kristen Dunst? Anyway, the whole movie's black and white. Then they get color, like us having video for once.
Who's not Toby Maguire? Oh, Jake Gyllenhaal. My dad threw Jake Gyllenhaal out of his cab once by the scruff of his neck, like the way a cat
We can't
carries
believe
her
anything your dad
kittens.
says, though.
No, I'm telling you what happened.
Why, were you there?
No, I
So
know
then you're not telling me
Well,
what
then he's a
happened.
good storyteller,
Yes,
and let's
he is.
just appreciate his artistry. I have a story about him as well.
We are happy to be here in our new studio. What do you think of the set? Rachel said the plant on the table.
I'm a big plant person. I have a lot of plants at my home.
Rachel picked out the art behind me, and I picked out the art there. Apparently, one of the owners of this joint made this. It's a 10-year-old, and it signifies the death of his father. So it's very beautiful. It's very inspiring.
There's a lot going on.
And his sister is on her way to Israel as we speak. So mazel tov to everyone in that family.
That's brutal. Yeah,
Rachel, we have a lot to talk about today. I think I'll stop monopolizing off the top, and we'll start slow with Rachel is a survivor.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know this. Rachel recently survived the lunar solar eclipse.
It was a solar eclipse. It was fabulous, but a huge mistake. Where do I even start?
Did you hook up with one of the girls you went home with?
Didn't go home with a single girl.
You went home with
my
two
aunt.
girls?
Nope, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't tell that you brought these two girls home to your aunt's house?
But
Okay. I don't know why we can't get real. It's a podcast.
I went to Vermont to see the eclipse, and it was
Shout out to my Uncle Rob, my Aunt Sheila, my cousin
my grandma's
Daniel
name was
Latovsky
Sheila.
in Vermont. But there you
Why
were.
didn't you tell me they were in Vermont?
They don't want to know from you. No, I'm not sending.
Where in Vermont?
They're in Burlington.
That's exactly where the eclipse was.
Yeah, well, I
they
think
see
they
it?
must. You know what? They haven't mentioned the eclipse. I don't think it was as big a deal there. I have a whole video. You know what? What do we think about this lamp?
It's
Is
like
it even
the
in the
Pixar
shot?
lamp.
You gotta bring it over. It needs to be on that side too.
Okay, we have. Listen,
Bring it behind the mic, or you
this is going to be a decorative lamp. Do people like it? Put it here. Put it here.
behind it. Yeah.
He doesn't know what's going on. This guy.
I like it. It's kind of hidden.
Okay, wait. I think it's here.
Okay.
But be careful my wire here. Okay.
Robbie's saying a Teamster doesn't know what he's doing on set. Anti-union Robbie.
You know what? I don't like the lamp. I think we get rid of the lamp. It's stressing me out in my elbow
It doesn't make a
area.
ton of sense.
I move a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm in Vermont for the eclipse. Huge mistake.
Which, by the way, and then I'll let you continue. I swear
doubt
I'm
it, but
working
go
on
ahead.
monopolizing, and it'll lead us into our next thing. I've always said this, and I know that there was an eclipse. I want to say 5 years ago. I was talking about this.
2017.
Oh, really? Okay.
Was an
So yes,
eclipse.
so there was an eclipse. They're always telling us that it's like a once in a lifetime. I've been alive. I've seen 6 eclipses. And also, they always tell you that you shouldn't look at the eclipse. I remember in elementary school with the eclipse, they had the teacher said, bring the blinds down. There's going to be an eclipse noon. I remember noon would hit. I would open those fucking blinds. I'd look directly at the eclipse.
Yeah, I understand that you
And
would
nothing
do that.
ever happened. My vision stayed
Well,
the same.
I
I've been
don't
wearing
think-
glasses
I
my
don't
whole
think it
life,
was
and
a
they
total
didn't get worse. It
eclipse.
didn't get. Well, I'll tell you, you can look at the eclipse and it's fine. This is where I agree with Trump. You can look right up there, and Trump, he has perfect. Did anything happen to him after everyone's looking at the idiot? He's looking at the eclipse. He still sees.
Yeah, he can see perfectly
So it's this sick
fine.
ruse you're telling young
know, I
children
was-
in elementary school not to look at the eclipse.
I was called for jury duty.
Same day.
And they're doing the Trump trial now. You understand that I could have been on?
No, you're not. You would be disqualified for PMDD and all your mental disorders.
Well, but if I wanted to serve on his jury, I'd find a way. You think I
With
would?
borderline personality
Yeah,
disorder?
that's not an issue.
Oh,
the
it's an
issue
issue.
is that I'm openly anti-Trump. That's what I'm
I think
famously
the
known
issue
for.
is you're unstable, and we'll talk more to it.
I actually think you want someone unstable on your jury.
Now I'm doing I'm actually doing what I said, and I'm going to pull back from the conversation to give you time to finish your eclipse.
Well, I don't want us to be monologuing.
I know we won't. We'll get into a rhythm, but this is how I work it now. Otherwise, I'm always talking.
But why don't you jump in when you have something to say?
Oh, I did, but then I feel I'm jumping in too much. You're accusatory.
I didn't say anything.
Whenever I give you space to talk, you got nothing to say.
No, I have a whole couple stories I could talk about. We got
Okay,
three
tell me what
guys
happened with the
looking at
eclipse, because
us.
we're going to get into the crux of the episode.
Okay, so I got back from the UK. Horrible time for the most part.
Why were you there for so long? I told you come to London, a week of shows, and then 47 days later, you found Anne Frank. Like, I don't know why you were there for so long.
Because I had stuff to do, and I'm going there in the summer. And
You
I
were
was
actually
trying
there
to do
longer than
well.
Anne Frank.
In Europe?
Yeah.
How long? She lived there.
No, she was there 2 years.
Wait, where is she from? Europe.
She's from Amsterdam.
When was she in the UK?
Well, it's all the same over there.
Oh, I understand. Yeah, back then they had the EU. Or when was the EU started?
I don't know. You're
Okay,
asking
so
me
you
geography.
just should talk about from stuff you know. So I went to I got back from UK March 31st. Then I went to see the eclipse April 11th.
Now, did you do this for the purpose of a comedy video?
No, but I had the idea when I was there. If I'm going to do it.
Who did you go with?
My cousin, my aunt was up there. She's a scientist. She was doing field notes for NASA.
Oh, unbelievable. See, and Rachel doesn't come from anything. Do you see? It's like
I don't
the
come
plot
from
is
a single
always
thing.
thickening.
It was
She's related to
volunteer
NASA.
She's doing volunteer for
she's
NASA.
a volunteer scientist.
She
for
listens to
NASA.
the pod. She'll
Suddenly she has
comment.
no money. Everybody in your house is buying a house, but nobody has money.
Well, yes, my sibling just bought a house. They put down $10,000 for a down payment. And it's through, a lot of government loans and whatever. I explained all this to you in the car. You said, that sounds amazing. I wish I had done that. And so you understand that all of those things are only possible when you don't really have the money to back it up. You know what I mean?
I understand that the poor are buying houses.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem
Yeah,
now in society.
definitely.
The poor are buying up
All
all
right,
the houses.
so-
Forget BlackRock, forget anything. It's the poor people with the government grants who are getting all the houses. That's also the story I heard. Okay, so what happened? There you are. You get to Vermont. Did you take a bus there?
I took a train. What am I doing wrong? You're just helping me? Thank
Shout
you.
out to Mo.
There's a
My manager, when I
train.
said we're moving to Mo, he said, "Can I get a last name for this guy?" I said, "You know what? I don't know it." And I texted Mo.
Mo
I said,
McDonald.
what the hell is your name?
More McDonald.
I've
more
known
like.
you for years now, and I've only known Mo. And many times I've called him Joe.
Really?
Many times I've called him Joe. I don't know. Allie once said to me, "Did you call him Joe?" I said, "I think
I
did."
have friends who say you never remember them.
Me of them.
Yeah, you don't remember names. You introduce
No,
yourself a
I'm
lot.
terrible with
What is
names.
that?
I don't know. I think, you know what? I just don't remember names.
I think you've always remembered me, if I'm being honest.
I did, yeah. Some people click. If your name is Joe or Mo, it's the same name to me. It's like Julia and Julie. They got to
Well,
get
that's-
together and pick, are we all going to be Julie or we're all going to be Julia? Because it's like, you know what I call all There's and shout out, she works at the Improv. I believe her name is Julia, but I just call her
Could
Jules.
be Julie.
I do Jules. If your name is in the Jew family, Jules is what you're getting.
And
Judah,
how does she feel about that?
it's great because they think it's a closer.
Right.
But really, my head is going, Julia? My sister-in-law, Marianne. Or Marianne. I just go, how's Em doing?
You just say M?
Yeah, how's Em doing?
Does she listen to the podcast?
If she does, you know I love you. It's nothing to do.
All right.
I don't know why people would take offense to that.
People in my life are constantly changing their names due to being trans, and so that's
That's so embarrassing.
well, you never called them the right name sometimes.
I'm not doing it.
I
You're
know.
changing your name. The onus is on you. You can tell me the new name. I don't even know the old name. So you're
Okay.
telling me the new name. I never knew it to begin with, whatever the hell you were called. And I'd like not to talk. If I didn't want to talk to you then, I don't want to talk to you now. Nothing has changed. Just like nothing has changed with you, nothing has changed with me.
You're being funny today.
Really?
Yeah. So I was in Vermont,
Yeah.
and I saw the eclipse. It's a couple minutes. It's
Now
quite
you
nice.
wore the glasses?
Yes, I wore the glasses. You have to wear the glasses. I was
Or
on
you
TikTok.
can't see it?
No. You have to wear the glasses to protect your eyes.
You know what? It's so hard to look at you here because of the lines here.
Oh my God. Maybe
No.
you need the glasses.
No, I'm
then.
telling you, if you looked here, the lines make me go cross-eyed. So I'm gonna look here, and we'll figure this out.
All right, look at my hand when you want to talk.
I don't
want to
look at yours.
Yeah.
No,
go on.
I don't want to
I
look
have
at
nice
your weird.
hands. People
No,
say I could be a hand model. That's
your
true,
hands
by
are
the
too
way.
small to be a lesbian.
No, it just means that my center of gravity is closer to my palm, so I have more control over my fingers.
No, it means they're not coming as much because our fingers are our dick.
You don't know a damn thing about how I perform.
I
You don't
do.
know anything. Why are you smiling?
Because I know a lot I can't talk about. Can I talk?
No.
So why can't I talk if I don't know anything?
Well, because I don't know what you're gonna say.
Exactly, because I might know some shit. Okay, there you are in fucking Vermont.
All right, the point is, I was there in Vermont. I saw the eclipse the last couple minutes. It's definitely interesting. I saw the last one. It was better. I was in Idaho, and the sand dunes and the animals. You can hear it all, whatever. This was in
See
Vermont.
how there's an eclipse every year? What do you mean the
No,
last
it's
one?
rare nonetheless. The next one in America
In
is going to be in
100 years.
400 years or something.
No, it's not. It's
In
going to
New
be in 5
England.
years. There's going to be another one. Fine, they're not
All
identical
right.
eclipses. They're almost basically the
No,
same.
a total eclipse is different from everything else, and you'll only understand it when you see it, and I'm sorry you didn't get to.
Well, what's the semi-eclipse?
That's nothing. The total eclipse, the world goes dark, the color's crazy, you're seeing in sepia, your shadow gets
I
blurry.
hate when something's in sepia.
Okay, well, so we're different then. So don't go see the eclipse.
I always go, why is it in sepia? Some people, you know, when we get comedy photos, we do shows
Who
sometimes.
does sepia photos
No,
anymore?
some people take a picture and it looks sepia. I go, I'm not posting this.
There's one photo of you online that's in sepia that I feel like you actually like to use.
Oh, really?
It's of you with the American flag behind you.
Oh, yeah, it's great. See, no, because that's when I'm going to Florida. I like that.
Right, sepia and the Florida
Yeah.
and the flag. I
No, it's
understand.
more about the American flag that people like patriotism here.
Do people know that you were touring during COVID, or you don't talk about that?
Yeah, of course people know because I was there.
I understand, but there's no record of it publicly.
Of course. I mean, there's no record of it, you know, tour. Yeah, there probably is online. You see my show dates or whatever.
When were your show dates during COVID?
Oh my God, I did a ton, but they were small shows, outdoor shows, whatever you could do.
Oh, that's nice. I thought they were all indoor.
There was no indoor available.
Even
as soon
in
as there was,
Florida?
I was one of the first.
Right,
no,
right.
even in Florida, there wasn't.
Okay. So anyway, then it's not that interesting of a
No,
story.
I know. That's why I'm
but-
trying to get you through it.
No, I understand. But what happened was I get caught. I'm trying to go back to New York. Okay.
So you're there a night, or was it?
Well, I was
the trip
just
to
there
go
for
up
a
and down
day.
the same day.
I got there midnight Sunday night. The eclipse is on Monday. And
What
then I
time?
wanted to go back Monday night at 3:30 p.m. Okay.
Okay.
So this person, I post on Instagram, I need a ride back to New York. I had a train ticket for Tuesday, but I was leaving Thursday, and I needed more time. So I was like, I want to get back Monday night. This person DM'd me on Instagram, like, I'm driving back from Vermont to New York City. I was like, this is amazing. Didn't know her, but we had a lot of mutuals, and she has a lot of followers on Instagram. Great young
I can barely
woman.
look at you on account of the wall.
Okay, so
but
look
go
at my
on.
hand again.
Okay, go ahead.
You cheat it. All right. So they're driving me back. Okay, this kid hasn't driven much, and I can't say anything because I don't know how to drive.
Zero license.
But we're on the road, and he keeps missing turns, and the issue is that it's like 10 hours of traffic to go back to New York from Vermont. So every time he misses a turn, it adds 30 minutes. Do you understand? It's a huge
How are
issue.
you even turning if you're on the highway? What is the turn?
We were taking some back roads to try to like avoid traffic, okay? So basically what ends up happening is we're on the highway, it's bumper to bumper traffic, and suddenly there's a message on the car that says that your back tire is fucked. You need
Yeah.
to check the pressure. We had a flat tire. We calls, doesn't matter. It's 3 hours of logistics, and all these people are saying you're just going to be stuck. We're getting you a tow truck. You have to leave the car. It's 12 miles to the next exit, whatever. You're going to take an hour. I don't know how to drive, but only one person knew how to drive, okay? I feel that I could
What
have
were you
driven.
able to do?
I was the person who was doing crisis management, and all
Did
I'm
you
saying,
change the tire?
there was no spare tire.
No. Did
It's
you
a
drive?
zip car. No.
No.
But I'm handling the companies, the insurance, etc. because this is how I feel. The young folks, and may God bless you all, don't know how to talk to anyone.
It's funny because you hinge on being young, and I love seeing the shift. We were just talking about this, but anybody who has hinged their entire personality
I don't hinge on being young.
or career on being young hits 30 eventually, and where do you go from there? Now you're an old young dude. That's why you do. I've hinged on being old. I've always been 73,
well, I have
stuck
some
in my
stuff I
body.
could say.
Stuck in my body, and by
Robby?
the time I get to 8,
Robby?
you want me to bring out the DMs
No,
right
see,
now?
All we do is
Right
blackmail
now.
each other.
Well, that's
it's
what we
not
do.
right.
Go on. What were you able to do?
I was able to talk to all the insurance companies, whatever. I'm documenting everything so this kid gets his money back.
Whatever. So who bails you?
The state trooper.
So they come in the cop car, or
They
a
come in the
trooper?
cop car. They're kind of laughing at us because they're like, you have a flat tire. We can patch it up. But the point is we're on the
Why
side of the
didn't AAA
highway
come?
because this kid's not a member of AAA.
And his insurance doesn't have 1 or 2 tow trips?
No, they wouldn't. They were like, we'll come and tow the truck, but we can't get you off the highway. But there were 3 of us stuck on the highway. You understand?
Okay. And you couldn't ride with the AAA guy if he came to tow the truck?
No one was coming. They were like,
Okay.
we'll be there in a couple hours, but now it's like midnight on the side of the highway.
Okay, so state trooper comes
State
somehow.
trooper comes. We get in the car,
By
obviously.
the way, everybody on their 10-hour trek hates you so much more because you obviously delayed traffic.
Because we were on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Because people stopped to look.
No,
Well, that's
'cause
not
the
my
state
problem.
trooper had to make their way through and everything.
No, the state trooper came at a point where it was so late that there wasn't traffic anymore.
Okay.
Okay?
So he takes you.
He
Your
takes
leg hair
us-
is so distracting and making me nauseous.
Well, no worries. And so then state trooper comes. He's like, I'll take you back to this gas station kind of near where you can get picked up. But then he gets a call and he's like, I have to catch a criminal.
Oh.
So he's going 110 miles per hour on the highway. He doesn't catch the criminal. And he drops us off at the gas station. We made amazing time because he was going 110 miles per hour.
And he
We got to be driving that fast.
yeah, we're always
It's so
driving.
much better when you're driving that fast.
Okay, so that's your story. You got back.
Well,
What gas station did he drop you off at?
some amazing gas station.
In New York or
No,
where?
it was in Vermont. Then I had to go back to my aunt's house. I had
and you
these
brought
kids.
this girl back.
I brought
Stop calling
the
them kids when
They're
we're talking
kids.
about.
They're 22.
It's not kids.
It's kids. The way that
How old are you?
I'm not telling you now.
So you're pretending that these people are so young that you would.
They're
never.
younger than me.
This
and,
is really
and I
criminal
think
what you're doing to
no,
me
it's
right now,
not.
because you know you're pushing me against my limit of
Wait, I'm
being
not-
able to do this dance with you.
What are you talking about?
The girl was a dime.
I'm not saying anything about that type of
I
stuff.
wouldn't with 22. Way too young for me. Not way too young for you.
Okay,
and
I'm
you
not doing
invited her
anything
for a
like that.
sleepover.
There was no sleepover. There were no hotels in the area.
It wasn't a sleepover. Did she sleep at your aunt's? Your aunt came to bail you, picked you up from the
Yes.
gas station. Did you or did you not bring this 22-year-old OnlyFans model home?
She's not an OnlyFans model. She's a writer.
Where did everyone sleep in the aunt's house?
I gave them the bedroom. I slept on the couch. I hope that goes a long way.
Now, you did tell me she came out at one point in her negligee.
No. She's making stuff up, you guys. It's not right.
Did you or did you not use the word negligee?
I've never used the word negligee. But, you know.
What is a negligee? It's
It's
literally
a
the
slip.
best
You
word.
must know dating Gabby. She doesn't have a negligee.
I'm sure. Gabby sleeps naked a lot.
I sleep naked, too.
Yeah, same.
I sleep
She's
Winnie
so
the
hot,
Pooh a
Gabby.
bit.
It's fucking crazy. When you're talking about a dime, we're talking about Gabby Windy. Now, can I?
Why is it called a dime?
It's just I don't know.
Sure.
You can tell. Okay, so she slept over. You guys had nice breakfast. You made her pancakes.
No breakfast.
Very
They
nice.
left at 7:30 a.m. and I took the train. So I wasted a night. But
Did
you
you
know
get
what?
any pics of the eclipse?
Yeah, but it doesn't show up in camera.
Oh, it doesn't?
Not at all. Not in a phone camera.
Okay, guys. So, long-time listener of the pod, which, by the way, you're going to call me out again for yawning at your story. It was as interesting as it could be.
No, I don't feel like I was set up for success. But yeah, and also I've told it a couple times now, and I think you had to be there type of thing.
I have in my notes because I got a very distressing text from a long-time listener
Oh my God.
of the podcast.
Okay. Who?
And her name happens to be Devora.
Your sister?
And she happens to be my sister. She happens to be my sister. And she normally sides with
Oh,
Rachie
I see
time.
what you're bringing up.
She normally sides
Can't
with
wait to
Rachie time.
refute it.
Yet she said, you know what? Rachie had it wrong this time. She had it wrong with the narcissism. Rachel tries to diagnose. You were totally right. Rachel is always trying to diagnose me with mental illnesses because she has an addiction for acquiring her own mental illnesses. And so she wants, you know how the hurt people? The sick want the others to be sick. This is my new twist on it. Okay. And the narcissism, what did she say here? I think it's worth revisiting the narcissist. This is what she said.
Okay.
She's obsessed
I wish I had
with
known. I would have brought my own stuff.
She's and we would call her if she wasn't currently volunteering at the women's shelter.
What's she doing? Singing?
No, it's part of her social work.
Okay.
As you know, my sister is a social worker. She goes, she's obsessed with pathologizing and psychologizes and is actually quite self-centered herself.
Devorah said this?
Yes. You have strong opinions, and going against the grain doesn't make you a narcissist. You're the most
That's
generous.
not why you're a narcissist.
You're the most generous I know. But she said this. She said, so here's what I'm asking you. Is it me who's the narcissist, or is it you?
I actually don't think it's me.
Is it you? Why don't you have narcissism? Okay,
Because
I got
don't.
comments that you were actually mean.
Robbie, if I told you how many comments there are saying that you're being mean to me, I keep it to myself because to what end? We're going to keep doing the podcast. So for once, I put my foot down. I say you're being transphobic. In my opinion, I understand that's up for debate, I guess. Okay? And
It's
then
such a reach.
huh?
It's okay. What else? So I'm okay.
But
But
I think that's
narcissism, where do you come up with?
I'm pretty
And so
sure
you
that
know?
we came to that conclusion together at my
So
house.
you know what we can do?
Do a poll on
Okay.
Instagram?
Let's do right now. Let's see what we have of narcissism.
A narcissist is not necessarily going to admit to being a narcissist. I don't think
Which
you're a
I did.
textbook narcissist.
I said I'm open to having it.
I do think you're a narcissist. Or you have narcissistic tendencies.
And I think you have major narcissistic
I
tendencies.
don't think I
Okay, so
do.
let's look.
I think I have other
narcissistic.
stuff.
What do I look at it? Narcissistic symptoms.
No, let me get it up.
What is it? Symptoms.
Sure, look it up.
You better send me the same one because I don't need your Wesleyan guide to narcissism.
What are you talking about?
I know what you're up to. Narcissism.
See, delusions are also
Wait,
a symptom of
narcissism or narcissist?
It's the same form of the word.
Narcissism disorder. Symptoms. Okay.
Okay, what do you want me to say?
Okay.
What
are
we
the
looking at?
symptoms of
personality
narcissistic
disorder?
personality
Well, that's
disorder?
severe. I'm not saying you.
Well, that's what you're saying.
No, I'm saying you have narcissistic tendencies.
You said I'm a narcissist. We heard it. We'll play it back. If you're listening, you're editing. Play it back. You're a narcissist. Just do her on loop. Look.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll all answer these. I'm open to having it. It is possible I have it, but you have to be open to it. You have it. It's just on the Google.
Which one are you looking at?
I just looked up this narcissistic personality disorder, and then I go what are the five
I
main
see
symptoms?
something different.
Okay. Well, we'll go through and then we'll do yours if you're
Okay.
not satisfied.
But this is so. We do this every
Okay.
time.
Number one.
Grew
No,
up
we have-
without a father.
No, grandiose sense of self-importance.
You have that.
I don't think it's grandiose, but I do think I have. I respect myself.
But there, see, this is where we're just gonna bump into stuff. There's a difference between respecting.
I'm open.
yours-
I'll give myself a 0.5. A point for if you have it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And you definitely have it.
You
think you should?
I
Yeah, you
do.
always say things like, "I should have this. I should have that.
Well, but here's-
I should have that."
Here's the thing. Well, first of all,
And she has plenty.
well, when we're having those conversations, we're talking about career stuff, which I feel like if you're in this field in general, you have to be a little bit of a narcissist.
So, are you admitting to narcissism?
I think that I'm not a narcissist. I think that there are things inherent in being in this industry that elicit those things to come out.
So, do you think you
But
could
I
have
think-
narcissistic tendencies?
I think that
Or no,
I
after saying all
no,
that.
I think I definitely could. But I think if we're talking about like what is like, you know, so if someone is like, what is your personality? I don't think that's what's going to come to mind.
Okay. Well, that's up. You're getting a 0.5 based on your
No.
mental gymnastics.
I'd say
threw that out.
0.25. No,
You-
there's no
the-
mental
the
gymnastics.
mental gymnastics that
No.
you take. You said, well, being in this industry, I have to have it, but yet I don't have it.
No,
So I
but
said, so
we're
which is it?
talking about career stuff.
Whatever. We're talking
No,
about.
but I'm not
in
talking
any
about
sense.
any other stuff.
Next, you failed. Next.
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, maybe we
I
both
just-
took an L on
Robby.
that. Fine.
All right.
Okay, next one. Frequent fantasies about having or deserving. She's always saying,
You're always
I should get
saying.
this. I deserve this.
With some career
You literally
stuff,
say
yes, I
this.
think that that's true. I think that that's true. But
Next one. Belief in superiority. I may have this a bit.
You definitely have that.
Okay. I may have this a bit. Because I wish I was wrong more often. I tend not to be wrong. This is the issue.
That's
Some of my
not
opinions,
true.
no, I tend not to be
No,
wrong. I wish
that's-
I was.
that's
It's hard to
grandiose
be this
sense.
right. And it is hard to be right.
Okay,
But I
go
knew.
on.
Okay. Need for admiration.
You
I
have
think
that.
I think you have that as well.
Yeah.
I'll give us both that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have. So can you admit that you have narcissistic
But can
tendencies?
I please? What this is what I'm saying.
This is crazy.
No, what I'm saying,
Tell us.
and maybe you guys can weigh in. It's like,
They better
and
weigh
you
in.
don't know me that well, so you don't know. And if you
Doesn't
listen
matter.
to
They
the
don't know me that well either. He doesn't. I just met him.
No,
Put
you
up the
didn't.
painting. He barely got it up. That's all
Oh,
I know.
Rocco.
Yeah.
What do you
He got it up.
think? Yeah.
Okay, wait. Do you think you have narcissistic tendencies?
This is what I'm saying.
If you said
Robby.
you think you have some of that, can you admit to it? Because I can admit to it, but you're
No,
not.
you're not admitting to it. First of all,
I said I can have narcissistic tendencies.
I
since
think
the
I can
beginning.
have narcissistic tendencies insofar as the industry that we're in.
Guys,
But
hit
I
us in the
actually
comments.
don't
Do you
think-
see what working? It's like
No, it's not. It's not like that.
It's a
I actually think
manipulation
it's
of,
pretty
like,
clear.
talking in word salad to say nothing. It's like a Jordan Peterson-esque. He just talks and
No, because I don't think they're things that are inherent to
gibberish.
my personality. I think they're things that come out of
Mishkabubbles.
working in this industry, whereas I think these are things that are perhaps inherent to your personality.
Guys, we're going through the list here. She's saying she has some of these, but she doesn't.
I
have
think I'm making
narcissistic.
complete sense.
Okay, so you have the need for admiration. You admit to that, regardless of whether I admit to it, which I do. Yet you're saying that doesn't give you.
How much of our relationship lately has been me reassuring you? Don't
It's
you
a little
think?
bit of both. I give you a lot of pep talks. I say you have fine. You get so many things. I tell you all the time how many things you have.
I know, but I guess it's like I'm not asking for those things, and I feel
No,
like
you
you're
do.
always
You're
like-
sad. You have a sadness.
Yeah, but that's something you pick up on, not something I'm like I need.
Well, it's
that.
part of your personality.
I don't know.
I pick up on from thin air.
I don't
Rachel,
know.
you have. There's
I just
something-
have to say that I've
You're
been
very
in these
defensive.
hospitals. I know because
You're
I've been
very
in
defensive.
these because I
Very.
think that this is a manipulative tactic of
It's
you
not. We're
trying to
going
pin
through
it
it.
on me.
No, I think we
when
can
it's
both
something-
have things. I think
Well, I
it's
think
not
that's
impossible.
true too. But what I would say is that I've been through these treatment programs where the whole thing is getting diagnoses, and that hasn't been brought up once.
Right. Well, but
And
you're
you
able.
haven't.
You're able to also manipulate. The problem with a master manipulator like you is they do go in and they do get these fake assessments.
I actually think. Well, okay,
Okay. No. So, but this is the issue.
but I'm
like,
not doing fake assessments.
Well, you are because you're admitting to having some of this, but you're saying it's
because
news.
I think it's embedded in the industry we're in. We need admiration
The only
insofar as we're
reason-
stand-ups who are begging for audiences to laugh at
Let
us.
me tell you right now, I wouldn't wish a calling on my worst enemy. I don't want to do stand-up. I never wanted to do this. I happen to be good at it, and now I have to do it. It's a calling. I wouldn't wish it on. It's a
I
nightmare.
don't think it's a calling.
Sitting here and doing this with you, there's nothing I'd rather do less. So no, I don't want it, but I do get it, and I
But the
enjoy
fact
it.
that you think you have to do it is grandiose.
Because I'm good at it.
Yeah, but
How many things are you good at?
couple I can do painting.
Listen, you're not a very good painter.
I
Anyway.
can be pretty good. It's
The only
subjective.
reason this is even coming up is because you accused me of being narcissist. Now I'm going through the list, and why would somebody?
This is what happens
Nobody,
every time I try to bring something up
I
or work through
understand.
something with you. It's not an accountability. It's maybe I have this, but you.
But it's true that those who dealt it, like that's what's
No,
going on.
not always, Robby.
But in this case, yes, you're saying
But
you
you're
have
not
some of this.
listening to what I'm saying.
Can we go through the list?
Yeah.
Can we continue? Because here's the thing: had you not brought this upon yourself by diagnosing me with narcissism, which is so crazy that you think you can
did it. It was
you can
mutual.
operate
I
as
wish
a
we were
doctor
recording when that
you have no
happened.
qualification
It was
but being
completely
sick
mutual.
yourself. Okay. Next one, entitlement. You definitely have. Born on the. Upper West Side.
Lying. Talk about manipulating. She's lying out of her ass.
Okay. And you're really not going to like this?
You're going to say lack of empathy?
No. Though it's true, and you've admitted to that?
No, I've never admitted to that in my life.
You have with me.
When?
I have texts. Don't worry, I have receipts. Don't even worry with me. I keep a whole notepad now.
You can't, Robbie.
Look at
the
this
fact
right
that
now.
you use, so it's like I'm trying to have like an individual relationship with you as a friend off the podcast. So we talk. I try to be vulnerable.
Right.
I also like lean into kind of like the way that you talk about stuff.
Right.
And then you just use it against me.
No, because you publicly tried to pretend other things, and I want the public and the private to be nothing between. When I'm doing this podcast for you guys, I want you to know that you can trust what I'm saying here is what I would trust you off camera.
Absolutely
not the case.
No, she's a politician and you know it. Everyone says you're like Trump, and it couldn't be more on display than right now.
New York,
no, you're barely from New York.
Okay, barely.
Yes.
Upper West Side.
Not Upper West Side ever in my life.
Okay,
I would beg to sleep at friends' houses on the Upper West Side so that my commute would go down from an hour to 10 minutes.
You asked me how Indiana was. Indiana was lovely. Why? Because I'm of the people, for the people, by the people. Okay, I can go anywhere.
I would never talk like that.
Okay, because I'll tell you what happened is a couple came up to me, and you're not going to like this. A queer couple.
If I told you every time,
but why can't I tell you without you doing it?
You can, but I guess then I just have to change my behavior.
Yeah, you do have to change your behavior.
Fine. I'll just bring up receipt a million times. We just deleted a YouTube video because you didn't like the comments on it.
Well, you said it was bad, and nobody told us we were on YouTube yet. We're on YouTube now.
No, you knew we were on YouTube.
I didn't know we were on YouTube from one episode for no reason, just because it was Gabby.
You wanted it up on YouTube.
No, I didn't want that up on YouTube.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. Okay, anyway, maybe I was confused.
I can't imagine this is so interesting to listen to.
Okay, can I just say with this couple?
Go ahead.
We'll cut a good hour. Indiana couple. They are a queer couple.
Okay.
That is lesbians. From Kentucky.
Okay.
And they said they drove 2 hours to see me. They said they're such big fans. And they said, Rachel, what? So Rachel, she goes, you on the podcast, and your mother was great. And by the way, you're kicking this glass off the table. You have to be so careful. She said, you have an interesting story, and obviously growing up and in the kind of, with 10 kids and a single mother and learning from your mother. And then Rachel's just like depressed because why? Because why? She has everything. She lives in New York. She went to Wesleyan, and your whole identity is you're just depressed because why? I thought it was interesting. I'm just.
You just said absolutely nothing.
Well, that's what she said to me. That's what she said to me.
I have a backstory as well.
That's what she said to me.
Okay, but Robbie, what? Okay, first of all,
That's
it's crazy that that's what you wanted to tell me because it's like the most insane like bullet point. Like, oh, Robbie has an interesting story. What, Rachel's just depressed? Built on lies that you tell, by the way. I don't have everything. I had a horrible childhood. I didn't have money growing up. You know that. You feed the lie. Do not trust the Robbie media, if I may.
Right.
You're full. It always has to be, oh, you have the worst life. You have the worst life. Whatever. Yes, mental illness is a part of my thing. I think it's funny. People love it. People come up to me. They want to relate.
It?
I'm exploiting it insofar as it's my whole life. I'm exploiting my own life the way your whole thing is, oh, I don't have a father. Oh, I grew up in Brooklyn. Barely. You left Brooklyn when you were 8. Okay.
Okay. Well, next.
What is next?
Willingness to exploit others.
I'm exploiting my own story. If anything, what you're doing right now, oh, I had this conversation with this person, oh, I have receipts. You're exploiting others for purposes of entertainment. That's honestly just hitting the same point over and over.
You want the kicker?
Go ahead.
Frequent envy.
Robbie, who is sitting in the car constantly saying, I have jealousy issues? You.
Well, I admit to that. You say, I should have this, I should have this. So I say, it's important to acknowledge your jealousy. It's important to acknowledge, but not stew in envy. That's why I say, that's why I talk to you about it. That's why I'm open. I said sometimes you'll have a ping when somebody gets something. You have a ping of something, but you're also happy for them.
I don't stew
but
in it.
You know, you
but
go,
I
this
use
person,
it as spite.
this person has this. I didn't get this. You never look at what you got, which is plenty, and you look at what you didn't get. And you let envy. We all have envy. We all have all of these things to some extent. But the level that you have it, that to me is the kicker. And obviously, there's the final obvious one, lack of empathy, which I don't even need to explain.
I would
in your
argue
case.
that you have that way more than me.
My sister said I'm the most generous person she knows.
I don't, it doesn't, it's like, you can like, you know, play around with different anecdotes or whatever. But I really, you know what, listeners who have been with us for a while.
So I just gave out
I beg
food
you to
baskets
weigh in.
yesterday to the poor.
I'm saying you can do those things and also have good qualities, and also you have tendencies of a narcissist if you want to get down to it. I think that
we just went through the list.
Robbie,
can we get a scorecard on this thing? A scorecard of what she had and what she didn't.
Making
Let's have 2 columns.
Extremely salient points. About
I think I could have small tendencies. I don't think I have the disorder, but I think you have tendencies too.
I think that I have narcissistic tendencies when it comes to work stuff
and other stuff.
I don't really.
How did I perceive you to be sad if it's not your personality?
What does being sad have to do with
being
being
depressed? You don't have things because of the envy and the whole thing.
That's not why I'm sad.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Okay, but you know what the good news is? And now I circle back.
God,
you see how we end the podcast on a positive?
No, this has been nothing. You're doing a character defamation. I'm going to sue you for libel.
Sue me. I can't wait to go to court. I'm desperate to defend myself for something like this because I would really do the Kim Kardashian law school. I really think we should do it.
What, take each other to court?
No, but first go to the law school, the online law school that Kim Kardashian uses.
Oh, it was just online? She didn't just have someone come to her house?
4 years. We do 2 classes a
4
year.
years online?
Yeah, you do 2 classes a year, and you get your degree, and then I'll see you in court, bitch. I'll see you in court. Defamation, here we go.
Oh, God.
Amber versus the people. Okay. But I'm going to end on a positive. She sent me my sister, and we can take this one too, though I was going to be the one thing. She said, in fact, Robbie, here's 7 signs a person isn't a narcissist. Let's take this test.
This is your family member telling you stuff.
She most times sides with you, does she not? You've told me my sister Debbie is in your DMs telling you when I go wrong. Oh, so she has an objective quality about her.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But you know what?
You've met a man or a woman of your dreams. They seem perfect in every way.
What is this? She's writing a story?
No, it's an it's some type of article. Everything seems to go okay.
This whole episode is just you defending against an accusation, not taking.
I said I understand that I could have narcissistic traits. This is from your original accusation. All I was coming here to say is, though who's dealt it, maybe maybe there's a projection that's happening that we're not even acknowledging. Because I would never tell you have a mental illness. I only tell you have the mental illnesses that you tell me you have.
No, and you're constantly saying, oh, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that.
No, I don't create new ones. I say you should have less. I'm always taking away mental illnesses from you, and you love to have a new one going.
I don't know.
If it hits the market, she has it.
I think what you do is you talk so much that, and I said this last time, it's hard to follow the thread a little bit, and then I'm just left completely deflated and defeated.
Do you not want me to go how we're not narcissists?
No, go ahead.
Here are 7 signs they are not a narcissist. It's not all about them. We're doing a collaborative work. I think we could agree.
Did you
when
not?
When a person isn't a narcissist,
you always
they are
say
not
the
self-focused.
whole podcast is you.
No, I don't. I say it's us.
No,
time,
you don't.
And wake up. Well, it is us. It's factually us.
Well, it definitely is us.
So that's it. They care deeply about others and giving to other people. Whose Seder are you going to?
It's true. I'm going to your Seder.
Whose Seder did you go to last year?
Your Seder. Kathleen's Seder.
It's my Seder.
Oh, okay.
And we
sorry.
co-host at Kathleen's.
I'm not saying it's black and white.
They think of other person before they act. Have I not given you a Balenciaga shirt?
That has nothing. Don't do that.
No, have I not?
You've given me a Balenciaga
Have I not
shirt.
given you a Nike sweatshirt?
Yes, but Robbie, and then, the Nike sweatshirt again, was it, you were getting rid of it? You gave it to me.
And you know who it's from? My little sister. So it had a sentimental value, but I thought you would actually wear it.
I do wear it. It's like, again.
What have you given me? I needed a pair of socks. My feet were freezing cold. And to get the pair of socks, it was pulling teeth.
This is the thing, though, is we have to be able to talk about new stuff.
I know we're going to. We're almost on the narcissistic thread. This has been 3 episodes.
I
but
just
we're
want
closing it
people to
today.
weigh in. That's all.
On the
I
contrary,
don't think I need to make a
narcissists
huge
believe-
case here.
Okay, they're genuinely empathetic.
Okay.
Which I really believe. I have too much empathy for the poor. Obviously, you don't know the poor, and you don't care for them, and you don't care that they don't.
I
have,
do as
but
well. I have
I
extreme
think all your
empathy
trans
for
and your
that type
mental
of
illnesses
stuff.
are a distraction from us talking about people who don't have anything. Okay, they are genuinely empathetic to other people. They would never intentionally hurt anyone. Would I intentionally hurt you? Or anyone?
Anyone? I don't know.
Have I hurt? Am I known as somebody who hurts people?
I don't know.
Okay. I know people you've hurt.
Well, then I know people you've hurt too.
No.
No,
Oh, then
I
because
do.
I know you know?
Well, I'm not. That's the thing, though. Is
That's why
I'm not
you don't-
gonna say.
Like, I'm not saying
I'm not
anything
coming
on
with
your answer.
ammo. I'm not trying to come with ammo.
Me neither.
When you present something
It's just a
insane,
fact.
and then I have to fight back.
If you're sad, they'll be there to comfort you. Have I sent you beautiful text messages when you were sad? Nothing to do with me. Just since you're sad. Do you want the receipts, or you know what I'm talking
No,
about?
I know that you've been nice to me,
And kind, and when you were sad, especially giving
Robbie.
you nice pep talks.
It's not black and white. I'm not saying that
But
you
what? But
have
I'm
this
saying
disorder.
it is black and white because I'm telling you, you don't give me any of that.
Yes, I do.
You haven't sent me beautiful messages when I'm sad.
I've sent you some nice texts, and also I do it in other ways. You have, I mean, I say this time and time again. The labor that I've put into this podcast is emotional, and it's a lot of time, and I feel like it's in some ways taken away from other projects.
Oh, this is huge.
Oh my God.
This
It's like
is
she's
huge.
not listening.
No,
one
I do.
time.
I agree with you, and we've acknowledged that.
Okay, well, not really, but also you made it very difficult sometimes.
They're happy with one love. If the person isn't a narcissist, they are not afraid of commitment. I've only been and committed, monogamous, long term. Yet you have dabbled in the poly lifestyle
Not really.
because you need constant admiration. That's
not
what it
really
says here.
what it is at all. And also, I think you're actually like not so. And I'm not saying this in a derogatory way, but perhaps educated on the mental illness that I do have. I think that you're honestly a little bit misinformed
Inform us.
about BPD.
Inform.
But I don't
This is
want
an
this to be a
educational podcast.
referendum on mental illness for the 100 millionth time.
I know. We're almost done, but
No,
that's a lot
I'm
of your
done.
personality, so we have to talk
Well,
about
you
it.
make it a lot of my
No,
personality
you
now.
brought me in. It was like when Amber Heard
I want to
mentioned-
talk about the news, and all you want to do is talk about how I used to steal.
When Amber Heard mentioned Kate Moss, she was able to take the stand. Had you not diagnosed me with narcissism, I never would have talked about it. But I happened to look into it because I said, maybe Rachie, I respect
Haven't
Rachel.
other people told you that too?
No.
I find that hard to
No.
believe.
They really haven't.
I really don't know.
Okay. And then I realized, and then somebody said, Rachel has projection issues. I said, really?
Who said that?
Explain to me what that means.
Who said I have projection issues?
People said
Who said that?
in the DMs. You don't
Who?
want me to bring out.
Oh, in the DM. Again, I mean, look. If you
Narcissists need hordes of admirers. That's why they like multiple partners.
Robbie, your whole Instagram thing is everyone it's not.
I have one girlfriend.
It's not about. But
No, it is. This is one of the things. Medical NPR. I don't know. They will say sorry and admit when they're wrong.
I definitely do that.
Same.
Defense.
Okay. They are humble and treat people like they
I
want to be
don't
true.
think
I
you're
don't think
humble.
either of us have that.
I think I'm pretty humble.
Please.
I think I'm pretty humble.
Okay, so the last two we may have questionable, but the first four, I don't think it's narcissist. I think the loved one is huge for you, and maybe it is your BPD that makes you a narcissist. I don't know how these things are.
I don't think that I'm a
intercorrelated.
narcissist, and I've been through many hospital triages where this is the whole point of it, and you
but
haven't.
You're always looking at yourself, looking for a problem. You're always thinking. Okay, so that's all I had to say. I think that
Well,
was
it took
a
an
very
hour.
good. Yeah. So that's it. I think we've debunked the narcissism gate 2024.
I'm not so sure.
Rachel, may or may not have it. It's actually very sad because she has some other disorders that may or may not be confirmed.
My therapist is like, what do you feel in your body? Like when you have like feelings, and it's like, I feel like someone's like twisting my insides. Like you've just,
is that the BPD?
Thing. I don't know what it is, but you're driving me crazy.
But you think it's me, but maybe it's your BPD.
No, it's you.
Maybe it's your
No,
BPD.
it's
Because
you.
we don't know about the BPD. You said you were going to tell us. How does it affect?
We talk about it all the time. It affects everything. I'll link it in the article.
So it
I don't
affects
want to
everything,
talk
yet
about
it's
this
me.
for the millionth time.
Okay,
Because
what did you want to talk about? What did you want to talk about?
What?
Should we tell the people the guests we're going to have on?
Yeah.
We wanted to really, guys, just have the first episode back. Just the fam, Rachie and me. Rachie. Rachie.
I'm exhausted.
Rachie.
Yeah.
Just the fam. We can get a wide on this.
We have one. It's quite nice, huh?
We're just doing the fam. We want to kind of recalibrate, just so we can be honest with you.
We haven't talked about OJ.
Oh.
You don't want to talk about it? He did it.
Of course, but who cares?
I've become obsessed with it. My whole
the documentary is really good. So anyway, we just wanted to tell you guys,
so that's it.
kind of recalibrate and tell you that we're in a position now to really invest in the content of our podcast. This episode notwithstanding, obviously, because we're just getting acquainted here. But we have some very exciting guests coming up. Even though we're still going to be doing mostly these types of episodes. But if a guest comes organically from these episodes. Oh, here's my sister.
She's calling you?
Hi, you're on the podcast with
Devora.
Rachel, and I just read her your narcissism thing.
Okay.
Devora.
Hi.
Yeah, could you agree that she has narcissistic and not me?
It's a common thing that anybody who accuses someone of being a narcissist, there's a high likelihood that they are a narcissist.
Thank you. And
That's
you got your
just-
social work degree from USC, Masters of Social Work, correct?
Yes, I'm not
Thank
saying
you.
Rachel is a narcissist. I'm just saying
There's a
there's
right.
correlation.
Something to consider if you're diagnosing
Well, let's
others
just
with
look back
narcissism.
on every conversation we've had as something
Anyway,
else to
you
consider.
have to get rid of your posts.
Oh, yeah. I saw they don't like the post about the old Holocaust survivors having sex. Okay, I'm gonna look at that. Love you.
I just want to say your podcast, I was thinking about it, you and Rachel, it's like eavesdropping on the best conversations. People want to be eavesdropping.
No one wants to
on.
listen to this one.
It's your podcast.
I'm completely demoralized
Well,
today.
you won't be able to. Rachel told a fascinating eclipse story that I'm sure everybody will be
I'll
looking
take the
forward
L
to.
on that one. I really don't think
Okay,
I did a
I
good
love you,
job.
Deb.
Can't wait.
Okay, and we're
Love
all
you.
going to see each other at the Seder. Again, we're hosting
Okay.
Rachel.
Ugh, can't wait, Rachel.
Okay.
Talk
bye.
more.
Talk more.
Okay.
Love you.
Okay, love.
Okay, bye. Anyway, she happens to be social worker and works at the women's shelter, has been there for 6 years, works with some pretty tough mental illness. And so anyway, so she says it's a common thing in the medical field. She works with doctors and
You
psychiatric
want me to get a social
nurses.
worker on the phone? Should I call 911 and ask what they think?
Oh, yeah, that's a normal thing to take.
911, it's a
Use
narcissist
911. A
on the
narcissist
line.
wouldn't take up resources from the public for no reason, right? That doesn't seem.
Well,
Guys,
it's an
we
emergency
have
as
so
far
much
as
to look
I'm
forward
concerned.
to. Continue to
We haven't done an
subscribe
hour.
to the podcast. We've done a long time. How much have we done?
You're at 55.
Yeah. So let me just tell them what's going up. First of all, continue to subscribe to the pod. If there's episodes that are locked, Rachel did that, and we're going to unlock them. Okay, we're going to be investing majorly in the Patreon.
What are your ideas for the Patreon?
We got lots coming up, and here are the guests. Look at this. We got a paraplegic coming on. I don't know how. Rachel found this paraplegic. I was talking, as everybody knows, I was talking about paraplegia. I'm very curious just generally about the community. I don't think there's enough out there. And we have a hot paraplegic girl coming on. So I don't know if this is ADA or what the studio is. Can we
No,
get a
she
paraplegic?
doesn't live here.
Oh, we're doing Zoom?
It's going to have to be Zoom.
Oh, we're ADA if she can get here. Where does she live?
Philly?
She can't get from Philly, eh?
I mean, you want to splurge for her flights?
You know, it would be so cool.
What?
Like, I think of a paraplegic. You know how, like, those races across America? If they took their chair across America over weeks
To do
and
the
weeks.
pod?
I don't know. I think it's fun. Okay.
We can
We
ask
have
her.
an escort coming on. She's an OnlyFans really hot escort as well. Lots of questions. I'd love to get somebody, and you know what I'm putting out? A shout out. I'm putting
Yeah.
a call to somebody who identifies as ugly. Are you ugly? Talk to us. We want to know what the hell is going on. We sympathize. I mean, Rachel toggles in and out of that community. So we would just love if you could, I think it's the most
have a nervous
underrepresented or
breakdown.
talked about thing. And people pretend like it's not happening. And it must be crazy to people who are not considered conventionally attractive. It's like enough is enough.
Right.
So if you're ugly, DM us. And then,
Amanda
so again, these are
Knox.
also, Amanda Knox we have coming on. Obviously, she was free. The dog loves, obviously, I think she was framed and
I'll
she's
have to
innocent.
look into it. I really don't know much about her story.
Okay, and JoJo Siwa.
But she was studying abroad in
we
Italy.
are curious.
Oh, we need JoJo on the pod.
We are
obviously.
curious.
JoJo, I'm on your side, more or less. There's a lot going on with her though, but we're in LA.
She seems she could be on your side, yeah, with the mental.
There's definitely something
Something's
wrong
going
with
on,
her.
right? I mean, you shouldn't be diagnosing because, I mean, that's part of your narcissism. You can't help yourself. But
I don't
yeah,
think that's true. I think you're kind of talking about things
I'm
you don't know
not.
so
I didn't
much
say it.
about.
My sister for 6 years has been volunteering at the women's shelter. She works with
That doesn't
psychiatric
teach-
nurses and doctors all the time.
I know,
they
but for
always-
every one, I have like 7 people who are saying something different.
Get somebody on the phone.
right now.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna call your bluff. I want you to get a social worker on the phone.
All right. Well, my girlfriend's a social worker.
So that's totally unethical.
Well, your sister's a social worker. It's the same
No,
issue.
but you,
No,
my
it's
sister.
the same
But my sister, I
issue.
asked you before. I agree, except for the difference that has my sister not DM'd you.
You're pushing the table.
that has
not
my
me.
sister not DM'd you. So you agreed she was more objective. Your girlfriend
No.
hates me for no good reason.
That's not true.
You did say she hates me.
All right, social worker.
Does she hate me?
Huh?
Your girlfriend.
I'm not confirming or denying it.
And she's also a therapist. She's not a social worker
She is a social worker. She's a licensed social worker.
who grew up rich.
Sure.
This is what they need at the women's shelter.
What are
Just
you
work
talking
harder. I know
about?
what your girlfriend's advice is. Just work harder.
Huh? No,
Huh?
that's
Women
not.
don't want to work.
I
I thought this was a good epi.
I hated this episode. I
Okay.
think I was stifled. I think there was libel and defamation going on. My story didn't go well. That's my fault.
Okay.
But I think it's because I wasn't set up for success.
You don't set me up for tremendous success. I gave you.
I do because
Well, how have you set me up
because
for
I
success?
squashed myself to make room for you.
I try and make room. I said, here, you have all the room, and you
Yeah,
told that
but once
Fakakta
it's
eclipse
but
story.
that's
that
like
wanted
asking
they
someone
were
to get out.
falling asleep.
That's asking someone to get out from behind a truck that hit them. Oh, just
It was
here,
started
we
with
make
it. I said,
space,
please,
get
at
out.
the top of the episode, talk about, come in. All the space in the world, and you almost killed the first episode we had on video. I don't know what to tell you. I was resuscitating with nothing.
No, it's tough. All right.
Okay. Well, guys,
You want
this
me
is
to read
it.
DMs?
Hit us up. Too Far Pod. We have like 60 shirts left online, and we're not doing shirts again. I do have keychains coming. This Too Far Pod, it's a new day for us, guys. It's a new day. And I can't say too much more, but to the early listeners, we fucking love you. And to everybody who's new to the fam, welcome home.
Love that. All right. Hopefully everything works out.
I'm Robby Hoffman. This is my co-host.
Rachel Colley.
And this has been Too Far.